Yeah, the tariffs are working. More tariffs. No,
I
the-
just pressed the button.
But
Can
but
we
no.
we're not
not?
even.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
That was a joke.
Are we still pressed?
Yeah. Thanks.
Welcome back, y'all. Thank you for rejoining us after the break. Last time where we left off, the power washers were here, and you were trying to figure out ways out of your bindings before the sidewalks got cleared.
What?
Huh.
Wait, what?
I don't remember being in bindings.
Sidewalks?
Only kidding. Welcome back to Tawnyard, the Cran port city all the way north in the Olaine on the lovely island of Tone Island. Congratulations to Captain Primrose, who is now in possession of letters of marque for the Cran Republic. And in doing so, the magistrate gave her some intel that there was a Deergun military payroll ship sailing from New Frankfurt for Ilion, trying to make a bolder dash between the shipping lanes of Tone Island and Castillo Island and Castellwellen. He asked her to intercept it, to take on all spoils to her that she would like, and then continue on to New Frankfurt to deliver an ultimatum to the governor in order to hopefully broker peace deals in the coming war. Other information that this magistrate was also worried about the Merisians and their alliance had grown shaky as of late. She took it under consideration and dipped the fuck out of there. A Netherian ship showed up in port carrying a bunch of passengers and what looked like an ambassador's retinue and a complement of Netherian Empire soldiers. They went to town and saw the magistrate. And then one such adventurer stepped off board with a keen mission, trying to track down a certain crew he had heard about. A Jericho Bloodpaw. Upon finding the Masked Maiden, upon coming up on deck, and then meeting Britchstorm and Primrose, and who else was there?
Winston Pella.
You
And
just
Mr.
opened my
Jacobs.
character sheet?
I displayed it.
Oh.
To you, it opens your character sheet. To everybody else, it displays your profile, your bio, and info.
What the hell?
Looking for the crew, finding the crew, and Britchstorm going, cool, you're on the crew.
Perfect.
You then all decided to do some side questing, found the Tawnyard Thieves Guild, and met Guild Master Fleck, I think I came up with.
Yep.
Fleck. Wood Elf of a haughty tone, and proceeded to get information from him in the form of, hey, we know where people are that sell kids, and he absolutely didn't like that and wants to help, by which case he gave you his information he can, in which case now he's going to capitalize on it, and for you all helping him out, has given you payment in turn, and now waiting for when you guys come up with a plan to take out all four, or as many as these fencers as you so choose. I think that's also where we left off.
Yes.
That sounds about right.
Jericho Bloodpaw, Captain Primrose, Cook, Chef, Richstorm, you are in the Thieves Guild common room.
Wow. I don't think there's much more that you guys want to ask the guildmaster, right?
No, we have much to report for Commodore.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen him in like a week. It feels like forever.
Yeah,
Let's go.
it's
Let's
too
go talk to
long.
him. Yeah.
Maybe his errands are done now.
Yeah. He's a busy man, you know. So we're gonna go
You
back
three
to
make
Captain
your
Mask.
leave of the Thieves Guild. Guildmaster Fleck bids you adieu. The doorman says, don't be strangers and thieves can't, as he opens the door and lets you guys out and closes it behind you. You guys make it out of the set of streets you're on right now, which is kind of somewhere between the residential district and the merchant district. head back down to the dock. Oh my god, if I could only speak today. Head
got
back
it.
down to the dock districts and to the docks and back to the Masked Maiden to where Captain Commodore Mask is waiting.
What a stud.
No pants.
Please be wearing pants.
Ah, Captain, I bring you good news. Look, another cat. Man.
What's this guy look like?
He's
Very tall.
he's like the biggest character.
Well, fucking have him explain what he fucking looks like.
Okay.
See?
Did you
Yeah.
not see the picture?
Yes.
Oh. Well, I rolled high. He's a 6'10" Leonin. I have a great sword, and I have half plate armor that is never dirty. Well, you guys don't know that yet, but it's armor of gleaming. I don't know.
Mhm.
What else do you want to know?
I just didn't know how big you were. I'm like, am I staring you in the
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
chest? Am I looking you in the eye?
About 7 feet tall.
That's pretty tall.
It is. I didn't think they were that tall when I made one.
They can be very tall. They're 7 feet, some would say.
Some would say almost 7 feet.
Give or take.
Huh. Nice to meet you. Where'd you come from?
I lived in Tawnyard for now. We come from the Empire cities.
Oh, okay. You have much experience sailing?
None, in fact.
Perfect. Welcome aboard, officer.
I told you. He's good.
I'm
It
just...
doesn't make very much sense.
No. Yeah.
I believe I've been assigned the role of boarding party.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I can certainly lead the effort in that regard.
sure. We got 2 ships. I don't know how much these 2 wingdings have told you.
Quite a bit.
Ah, well, good. Then I assume you know all you need to know. Mainly what we do is try and stop child slavery, apparently, and also be merchants.
The merchants is now secondary.
I've never heard that this crew was a merchant crew.
Not necessarily
Sure.
a merchant crew. It's just something we do. You know, we've managed to gather quite some property for our exploits, so we kind of use it for exporting crops.
Interesting. The stories would have had me believe you were a fellow mercenary company.
I mean, that too. I mean, that's really how we started, honestly.
It makes sense, but I do suppose you have to support yourself somehow. Passive
I wouldn't-
income is a good idea.
Not just ourselves, our 300-ish crew also need support for their livelihoods and families.
You pay for all of that.
Yes.
It's quite different than the lifestyle I've become accustomed to.
Oh, there's lots of that going around on these ships.
It's not always extremely consistent money, but it's well paying in spurts.
I suppose I'll find out in time.
Yes. Whatever. I don't know what ship I assume Captain Prim over here has assigned you to.
I believe she thought that was your duty, but I think I wouldn't mind being on the Traveler's Shadow.
Yeah, all right. Well, I left it to her judgment as she fucking recruited you, so I make that assumption. But yes, we can put you on the old Traveler's Shadow.
Technically, the cook enlisted me, but I did seek you out, so
Goddamn cooking, wing danging, having ass. Where did you assign this man, cook man?
Yes, the Traveler Shadow.
Ah, the Traveler's Shallow Galley. I see. So he's on the boarding party. Got it.
Yes.
Just
Well-
me.
Pleasure
This
having
is-
you aboard.
I hold out my paw.
I hold out my gloved hand.
That isn't a paw. You don't know that.
I know. It doesn't matter to me, really. I will shake a gloved hand as quickly as an ungloved hand.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Do you smell cat on him with your super smell?
I don't have super smell.
God damn it!
Not that kind of cat.
This dumbass cat.
It me. I'm the Jiggermeister. And then I'll. It's a pleasure to have another feline on board the crew, and I whistle for Mr. Jiggums.
Yeah. I've met this one.
Off the riggings pounces the six-legged displacer beast wearing his purple hat and feather.
I give him a scruff, like
He
deserves.
rubs and brushes into you almost with his full weight, almost knocking you off your own feet. Deck save.
Deck safe. I know this
It's
one.
your own pet.
Yeah, 22.
You retain your footing, as this big beast with all six legs starts purring, bowing its head, and rubbing the back of its neck right into you. It doesn't matter if it's on your hands or not. It is just brushing itself up against you with its full weight.
Oh, that's a good boy. I'm like, all right. Calm it down. I'll give you a piece of outside ham. That's what we're calling it now. Yeah.
Commodore, before I show Jericho to his new quarters, I do have to report to you from the magistrate here. He requested that we intercept a Durgunian ship, take from them, and try to use what they have to broker a peace by doing so. I told him
Wait,
that
what?
you were not one to get involved in the war, but
Mm-mm.
he asked that I ask you anyway.
Still no.
Yeah, okay, thank goodness.
We've been neutral so far, and so we shall remain.
Yeah, I insisted, but he wanted me to tell you, and I would be remiss to not at least report to you about what he said. So,
That being said, if they attack us, I will gladly sink them straight to the bottom of the sea.
yes, I don't foresee
Well,
either
flag be
Cran
damned.
nor Durgunian ships attacking us with our own flag up. But I now have the proper paperwork for working with the Cran, so that's one less thing to do. However, we did happen to take Jericho on a little outing towards the Thieves Guilds to get some information on the fencers here who participated in child slavery trade. We have some more information, if you don't mind, while we're still here, to kill some child thieves.
Yep.
Wonderful.
Slaughter them all.
All right, so from what we
Drain the
know,
blood.
the fencer Westhead is a wood elf who works for the Hollow family. He's very close to the fishmongers. They said that he'd probably be very easy to find. Unwin is connected with a connected highborn elf. He wears fancy shit. He's a big fan of parties, and we could find him at the Golden Pony most likely. The gentleman Scowcraft is an arms dealer. We can find him probably at the Tackle and Barrel. He's an intermediary for between the black market. And then Tappenden is a known bar owner that we might be able to find. All of these have traded with at least one child. I believe 3 of them have traded 2, while Tappenden only traded 1, but still. Any trade is bad trade for this.
Yeah, Yeah.
We do have the good graces of Guildmaster Fleck of the Thieves Guild here in Tawnyard to not only kill them, but then report back because he will be quite pleased. And I take out the gem that he gave us. Like he seems quite pleased that we have this information and that we're willing to kill them ourselves, but he does want to replace them once they are dead. So
They can do whatever they want with their dead, as long as the other people he's replacing them with don't, do the thing.
oh, he seems ferociously against any slave trade, so you would like him.
Oh, good.
He had a quick misunderstanding with us and almost kicked us out of the bar itself because he thought we were trying to trade with that. And I absolutely, I vouch for him. He seems of good character.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down to stop some child sellers.
Well, is there any preference on where we should head first?
Which one's the easiest to find?
Oh no, Rob's already left. I was gonna ask where the bar was for Tappenden. Well, we already have information on West Head because he works very close to the fishmongers, and we already know that he works closely with a well-known family called the Hollow family. So we can check to see if they have any, if there are any kids working there to see if they might not belong. Like if that's where he brought them, But we can always check out the Golden Pony for Unwin, because he apparently is a snooty highborn elf, so they don't exactly hide themselves. Maybe that's me being racist, though.
Racists.
The
I am
bar
back.
was still here, right? In this port?
Who is?
The
The
bar?
bar.
A bar.
Yeah.
That you wanted? Okay.
So, Rob, you said you're back. What was the bar that Tappenden was at? What was it called?
Oh, fuck.
It was a grog shop just off the docks district called the Purple Rope.
Purple Rope. Well, I mean, that sounds like it would be easy to find. I'm just kind of interested in killing some child traders, so.
Is that where we're headed?
I think so.
Hell yeah.
Take me there.
Let us do this.
Please, God, bring us to the bar.
Not.
I'm moving as fast as roll 20 will let me.
Absolutely not.
Wow, this is a nice place. There's money in fencing, so who figured?
Sure enough, not too far off the actual dock, still in the docks district, there is a grog shop wedged between two warehouses. And on the board out front, literally just hangs a rope, a large hempen rope that would be part of a rigging of a ship, and it is just messily painted purple and pink.
Look at this place.
Yeah, it's about afternoon, so it's starting to get a little busy as some of the morning shift warehouse guys are getting done with shifts. They're coming in, having their quick drink before they head back to their homes. some of the fishermen are there's a few at a table are already like, banging off their wet boots and like stretching, and like somebody's getting a game board out and they're putting these little stones down while they're being served buckets mugs of ale.
I am definitely gonna wave over any staff I see, since I was denied drink earlier today.
You there, he over there. Give me the drinks.
A female wood elf who just finished plating their warehouse workers a small little what looks like a biscuit and some gravy. And along with their drinks, she puts the large platter by her side and like zigzags between the tables to come find you all standing there. She goes, "Oh, please sit at any tables, gentlemen, lady. Welcome to the pink rope."
Thank you. Here, take this. Please bring ale for the table until that runs out.
What did you hand her?
I hand her a gold piece.
Oh, very well, sir. Welcome. Yes, please. She kind of like also leads you over the table. She gives it like another cautionary like scrub down with a rag from her waist apron. Once you guys are seated and it's to satisfactory clean, but for her, she quickly skirts off over to the bar, puts the plater down, and starts filling 4 mugs of ale. And brings it promptly back over to you guys' services before you guys could even get to a comfy seat on these benches and get looks around. Poom, poom, plop. All 4 mugs in front of you, and she goes, "Anything else to follow this drink, gentlemen, lady?"
What you got for
I'm
snacks?
good.
We have a nice sourdough biscuit that was made, and we have a very nice elven gravy still simmering.
I'll just take me a biscuit. I don't need no gravy.
Very well. And as she waited for a quick second, looking at the other 3, she slides away. Everybody, roll me a perception check.
Oh, it's one of the
man.
other things I'm good at.
I'm not good at this anymore.
The fuck?
Oh?
Okay, well, I rolled real good, though.
The hell is your guidance?
I don't have that on there. It's one of my things that adds half of my proficiency bonus rounded up to things I'm not good at.
Ugh.
For what it's
neat.
called.
Bergstrom is probably paying more attention to the food than anything.
Oh
Bergstrom
my,
is
yes.
wrong judging.
Yeah, boy.
When the elf waiter dips into the back kitchen, the bench, the halfway door, I used to know the name for them, the bottom swings out and swings back and swings out. As it catches Primrose's, Masks, and Jericho's attention, you look over. You do see a kid standing on a step ladder by one of the center tables, and he's just peeling potatoes, and the peels are falling into a bowl, and he puts the peeled potato in another bowl, and he picks up a brand new potato, and he starts peeling the next one away.
That doesn't look so bad, peeling potatoes.
Well, some kids gotta make a living, you know.
Perhaps he's being punished.
That
Or
could be
perhaps
too.
he's not being paid at all. That's the whole reason we're here.
See, look what happened here. Look at this full circle we've just made.
What do you propose?
Does the kid look? What's the expression on this kid's face?
Intent, like he's just focusing on the potatoes.
I'm gonna go prop up next to him.
He's in the kitchen.
I said what I said. Is he like he's like deep in the kitchen? He's not like just hanging out by the
Yeah,
edge
no,
or whatever.
he's deep in the kitchen in the prep area.
Where'd he go?
Huh. Then I'll wait till the waitress brings back our food.
As you're waiting for the waitress to come back with a plain biscuit, not sure what's taking so long, you hear some of the stories from the dock workers talking. They're murmuring about the state of the war, as supposedly a great battle was just fought off of New Duanesburg. That the Cran and Meresians were successful, and now the port of New Duanesburg is under blockade.
Huh.
Interesting.
As you all were listening to that, the waitress comes back out, and she has a napkin and a small bowl, wooden bowl, and a fresh, warm sourdough biscuit. And she places it in front of Commodore Mask, and she goes, "Are we sure that's all we're having tonight?"
Yeah, I think so. I don't think I need anything else for the moment. What? I'll look at her like it's nice of you guys to, employ. Must be, I don't know, the orphans around here, I guess. And I make motion to the kid in the back.
Oh, yeah, I believe that's Tappington's kid. He mentioned something about a orphan from Dairy Cane. Oh, I don't know if you heard a while back. Whole Namako Island come out of some nasty nightmares. All the women and children fled for their lives. Apparently he got lost somewhere in the shuffle and ended up here, and Tapperton purchased him from somebody. Now he works in the kitchen.
Huh. Okay, purchased.
If you were here at lunch, you might have been able to have a little bit of a strawberry tart that he made himself, actually.
I bet it's very good.
It's what keeps the dock workers from coming in for their lunches.
Do they? Where did he get this kid? Did he like get him from an orphanage or something?
I don't really know. I think some service came by, had a whole mess of kids.
Well, how nice of him to take it in. Is Tappenden into this evening?
He is. He's actually starting to prepare the meat for the next stew for the evening.
Oh, he's a cook.
Is there something wrong with the biscuit? Do you want me to bring him around?
No, it's fine. It's just make small talk. You know what I'm saying?
Very well. Well, if you don't mind, excuse me, as she goes and tends to another customer who was trying to flag her down.
I didn't hear no bell.
So, how do you normally handle
So
this?
this normally
That's an excellent question. We normally just kind of wing it from here.
She said Tepperton is in, right?
Yes.
Did I hear that right? Okay. Maybe we see if we can get hold of this guy.
The waitress didn't go in the back, did she? She went off somewhere
Nope,
else, you said?
she's still in the room. Yeah, she's still in the common room.
Okay. So she hasn't raised any alarms that we're looking for.
No, she's dealing with customers.
Well, if Birch were interested in going back, I'm sure he could use his chef prowess to ask about back there, unless you guys want us to go around back and maybe lead him out of here. Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You three want to confront him through the front. I'm sure I can stand guard at the back in case he runs.
Dude, this guy can stand guard at the back.
Hmm.
What an
He's a
asset.
big man.
Love this guy.
Or I
Yeah.
can go through the front. I'm just saying it looks a little conspicuous.
Captain?
I say we hold on doing like guard stuff for the moment. Let's see what we can accomplish just talking to Tepton.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what is the choice?
We're gonna talk to Tepton.
All right, who's all going in?
I'll go. I'll go.
I mean, I'll go if there's no opposition to it.
Now we're approaching the door to the kitchen. You're going into the kitchen from the door from the inside the tavern.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. And it's who's all going in?
Me.
I believe.
Well, yeah, if you're going in to talk to him, I don't want to talk to
And then 3 of us.
Mm.
Everyone but Prim, I guess.
him. No, I'll go. I turn into a fucking
Wizard.
well, no, that ferret thing that I was for Adam, and I jump on Birch's shoulders.
Yeah, sure. You can jump on my shoulders. Get on up here.
Yeah.
And
You
we go in.
willy-nilly.
Go in.
As the group moves across the tavern, the waitress finally sees you all. Goes, gentlemen, and then like you guys get to the door. As you start to break the threshold, sorry, you are assaulted by the increased temperature in here, as there is a roaring hearth fire going, a big old pot of stew, and a spit in the further back of the room that has this what looks like a giant mole, but like not stubby toes and no stubby mouth and like teeth. It's actually got like a little bit longer arms, but like you can't quite tell what it is because it's completely, no fur, no teeth, no nails, and it's just the meat, and it's just going around on a spit. You see the boy, step stool, big bowl, potatoes. He's actually almost like done. And you see this other elf he's got an apron on, he's got his homespun shirt on underneath it. He is sweating up a storm. He is making sure the meat's good. He's cuts a piece off and tastes it, and he's like reaches over to a shelf and he sprinkles some spices on there. Before you all entered the kitchen, as the boy's like looking up, noticing you all for the first time, you know that the waitress was trying to now like come to the kitchen to see what's going on. You guys have a quick second. Is there anything anybody would want to do or look for or try to ascertain?
For the sake of us being back here, can I identify the meat, the type of cooking? Like, have I seen some of these meals before so I can be like, yes, I'm a cook man. That's why we're back here.
Give me a nature check.
Nature. It's 13.
You're pretty sure it's pig. You're pretty sure it's like a small wild boar.
Nice. Little hog? Little roast?
Going whole hog.
Yeah, nice. Slow roasted pig. I can get behind that. I nod approvingly.
As the child looks over and goes, Mr. Tappinen, and then suddenly you hear the squeak of the hinges of the door as the waitress is like just cutting in, like wide-eyed, wondering what the hell is going on. You see this elf turn around to you all. He is missing both his eyebrows, and you see that his hair is, thought it was combed back, but it is very wispy and light, and he looks to be way up there in his hundreds of years, and he goes, Oh, visitors, I'm sorry, is there something wrong with your meals, or is the service bad?
No, everything's been pretty good, right, guys?
Atrocious.
Oh, okay.
Come here, child.
Oh,
Huh? As the boy looks over at you.
I point my finger at the ground near my feet.
You see the boy look from you to Master Tappan and back to you, and the chef turns away and like stands up straight. He goes, "What is the meaning of this?"
yeah. Well, I've got nothing for this one, so I'm just gonna sit there with my mouth wide open.
Nothing for this one.
Yeah.
Huh?
Nada. I am so sorry. What a Chadley move.
We've gone beyond.
We've crossed said Rubicon.
We sure have.
We'll be taking the boy.
Oh god. Oh my god.
We are advancing quickly.
I'm sorry, I cannot let you do that. He's my shoe chef. I need him.
How did
Hire
you get him?
an adult human?
Specific. It doesn't have to be a human, but you know what he means. He means like a humanoid. You can be an elf. Be an elf too.
Specific.
Oh, okay. Ah, man, it is warm back here, huh, guys?
Ooh,
Wow.
sweating like a pig in church.
I don't want another shoe chef. I want him. His nimble fingers. He's really good. He's picked
Yeah.
up a lot of recipes. You should try his herb cream. Go on, lad. Go get it from the Everice box. You see the boy, like, completely confused, but, like, will follow the chef's orders. You see him climb down the ladder, run over, throw up the lid of the Everice box, pulls out this, like, wax-wrapped tube of yellow as he brings it over the table and unfurls it. As you see these, like, this tube of yellow has this, like, every so often there's like something green in it, and you see the boy grab a bun, cut it in half, take another spreader, take some of this tube off the end, spreads it on the warm biscuits, and then like puts it on the counter next to you guys and like backs up like 2 feet from you.
I'll give it a go.
As Tappan now is like strolled over to like share the same aisle in the kitchen with you all, as like Bergstrom reaches out and tries it, you're essentially eating a sourdough biscuit with garlic butter.
Oh, dude, that's pretty good. But god damn, that is good. That's not why we're here. Hold on. No. How did you meet this young man?
An orphan service drew into port maybe almost a year ago now, I think.
Oh, so you've adopted him.
I don't know about adoption. I'm not really one to be a parent, but supposedly I was told he was orphaned from Numako Island, and they said there was a charge. I needed somebody new in the kitchen, perhaps to leave this place to. And that's when you hear the waitress like go, "Huh?"
Oh my god, there's a Libyan prince who needs his email account.
Yeah, I turned back
no.
I jumped down and turned into a person.
He dies.
This makes the chef, the boy, and the waitress both go like, "Holy shit!"
You bought
What?
the kid.
Well, no, I paid money to the ship captain
To buy a child.
to pay for his passage. I was told nobody had paid for it.
Okay, I see what's going on here. Okay, all right. Let's just, we're at like a 7. We need to go down to like a 3.
What
He
a
was
slave.
taken from
Yeah.
the ships that the Solviers took from Dairy Cane. And I turned to the little kid and my eyes softened. I'm like, are you originally from Dairy Cane? Do you remember any of that?
You see him like look at you with like this like wide-eyed but like shocked that you like, not like you said a bad word, but like you're saying something serious, and he's like, he nods his head emphatically like, yeah. And Tappan goes, he's not a slave. He has room, board, a tidy allowance. No slavery.
No, we understand that maybe you didn't think of him as a slave, but the people who essentially sold him to you are slavers, and they just lied to you.
Yeah, you bought a kid. He's an indentured servant in your home. You know how bad this looks, right?
You see the waitress like mouth aghast, hand to her mouth like. The old man tapping an elf looks at the boy, looks to you all like, how can you prove this though? I swear I did not mean to buy a child slave. I would
Yeah.
never dream of it.
All right. Can I roll like an insight to see if this guy's bullshitting me?
Hmm.
Because like the old man thing can only go so far before you catch these hands.
Go for it.
Did you say yes, Rob?
Yeah, I said go for it. Yeah, go for it. Let's see what insight can incite you.
You can try.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
19.
With his mannerisms, the way he's standing, the way his eyes are shifting back and forth, the way you can see that when he came away from the grill, he didn't really have sweat as much as he had like glistened skin. You now see like beads of sweat coming out of his wispy hair, and you can tell from the rise and fall of his chest that he is breathing in a more panicked way.
Yeah, but is that because he's afraid he just bought a kid, or is it because he like got caught finding a child? Like he got caught.
What's the difference, really?
Yeah, that's fair. That's
did
fair.
he know what this
Yeah.
actually was, or did he think he was helping?
You
Yeah.
can tell the knife is not in his hand anymore, and he doesn't look hostile. He looks very
Okay.
defensive.
Seemed a little bit more
Yeah,
concerned
well, we caught
for
him
the
off
kid
guard,
than
so.
yeah, more
And,
concerned for the
and he's
child.
literally
than the
asking like
situation.
how you guys can prove it. Like he's full blown panic.
Okay, well,
He wants you all to prove this to him.
gotcha.
That's the job.
Yeah, have you considered asking the boy? I look
He
at him.
looks
I'm like,
over-
hey, buddy.
Yep.
How did you get on the ship?
Well, Mom and me got walked onto a ship in Dairy Cane when the nightmares were happening,
Mm-hmm.
and we pushed out to sea, and in the night I was separated from my mom in the hold, and I was put on another ship. They said it was for safety on the seas, and then I don't know. I was on that ship for so long. Some kids got off at some ports, some at others, and I ended up here. And that's when I met Mr. Tappenden. He was at the docks, and I was. He says the truth. The guy said I was from Dairy Cane and orphaned and needed home and somebody to pay for the passage. I
Okay.
figured this is where I would be and my parents would find me afterwards, but when I heard the nightmares ended and nobody came, I don't know. I just kind of stayed.
Oh, honey, no, we can get you back to Dairy Cane. We stopped
Yeah.
those nightmares.
Yeah, we specifically, not like the royal we, and I like point to everyone in the room, minus the big cat guy, stopped those nightmares from happening for these poor people. So we're gonna take this young man back to his family.
He needs to find his mom. He knew about his mom. They were purposely separated. Does that sound like an orphan to you?
Yeah.
Yes, a bit.
Sounds like a tragedy to me. Oh. As you see his shoulders slink and he looks so defeated, and he kind of gives like an old man like, oh. And you see the boy like look to Tappenden and like looks back to like the work he was doing and looks to y'all. He goes, "Do I gotta leave right now? Dinner's a really bad time with the rush."
Oh,
Do you
okay.
want to help with dinner? Would that make you feel more comfortable?
Yeah, I kind of already started something and I don't want to not leave it unfinished.
I can get behind
What
that.
That's
what a
very
work ethic.
responsible of
Also,
you.
boy, what if we brought your mother here?
Is she alive? As you start to see him like
I don't
perk
know.
up.
We can look.
Immediately.
We're trying to find a lot of the people that were sold off from the Sylviers ships. Unfortunately, there were a lot of ports that they went to. You
That's
got all
when
the
the
way here.
waitress finally gets the aha moment and goes, "Oh my god!" And she tries to like step in closer at a more like under the breath, like say to you, like, "Were all the mothers sold as well?"
They put
Damn
the
near everybody was,
yeah,
yeah.
they put the women and children on those boats to keep them away from the nightmares, and those boats were taken by slavers.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god! And you all are on trying to untangle this whole mess and find every kid?
Unfortunately,
as we
we don't
can.
have enough information about the adults, but I was fortunate enough to find the names of the fencers of the kids, and Mr. Tappenden was on that list. Whether he knowingly or unknowingly did it, he bought a kid.
You see him start to take his apron off, and he's like, "I did not mean to take part in slavery. I will self-report myself immediately to the constabularies."
Yeah.
Oh,
How about we escort him to the constabulary?
If you
The
truly
kinda-
had no like knowing of doing this, then they'll find you innocent, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
"I will throw myself at the Inquisitor and stand beneath the zone of truth. I did not knowingly partake in slavery." You see him come over and like grab the young boy's hands and like hold him up, and he's like shaking. He's like, "I'm so sorry you went through all of that. I had no idea."
Okay, now he's gonna make me sad. Now I'm getting sad in real life.
Well, stop it.
Because the old guy was just trying to be a nice old man to this poor fucking kid.
It doesn't mean we have to punish him for this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You see the
Find-
boy kind of like pat Tappetten's hand. He goes, "That's okay, Master Tappeten. I've very much enjoyed spending time here and learning how to cook, and I would like to help finish up dinner before they take me home." As he kind of like looks back up at you all like questioningly, like, "What is the next steps from
Yeah,
here?"
I give him a thumbs up.
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
I'll,
brother.
We
I'll
can-
help too if you let me.
We can try to find you safe passage to Derry Kane, and I will pay whatever it takes to get you there safely. If you can't come with us, sometimes we do some dangerous things, and I wouldn't want you involved in that, but we will do our best to make sure you safely get home.
Seychel, the Tappeten looks down at him and goes, "Seychel, that pig has 3 more rotations. Start to cut into it and serve it up with your stew tonight. I'll be back as soon as I can." You see him stand up and he goes, "Whichever one of you is trying to escort me to the constabularies, I'm leaving now. I must hurry back in time."
Do
I
you
don't
want?
think that's necessary, old man.
Yeah. I mean, if they ask why you're what is it? Self-confessing, whatever, turning yourself in. That's the one I was looking for.
Confession is
You
whatever.
can bring up that the officers of the Masked Maiden and the Traveler's Shadow approached you.
I believe it would do more harm than good at this point.
God, man, you know what? This fucking guy. When he's right, he's right. I got a good feeling about him.
Well, we'll have
Well,
to report
I
to
remember the
Guildmaster
ship he
Foote.
came in. I remember it was a coastal bark, and it had cotton sails and the flag. It was a little blue feather.
God damn it.
God,
damn
I
it.
know the man.
Ah, a famous
We were on
slaver
his
ship.
tail.
I'm surprised
So-
he actually had the gall to,
His sails,
to
yeah.
keep
I
his
just
sails up.
realized Slate left without telling you what blue looks like.
Correct.
He did. He did that.
Oh, I like that character. That was fun.
Hmm.
But I'm a cat now, so
This.
Meow.
Do you think it's worth the authorities knowing in case that ship comes back to port, though?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, very much so.
Then I'll be back as soon as I can.
Thank you, Mr.
is
Tarpon.
that ship still here?
No, I don't think that ship is still here. It took sail only after a day.
Which way?
There's only one way to leave Tawnyard. South.
Fuck, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
The waitress comes over and picks up the knife, or goes over, picks up the knife for the boar, and she's like, I'll help Seychelles trim the pork. Go on, go to the authorities in the port, Master Chef Tappenden. We'll take care of things until you get back.
I can also cover down if that's not gonna bother you guys.
If you'd be all too kind, please.
Oh, I am all too kind. I got this.
Mm-hmm.
He's an
big
experienced
time man.
He's an experienced man in the kitchen, so he
Oh.
will help.
I got this. All right, you guys go enjoy the dinner service or whatever you're gonna do, and I'm gonna help these guys out.
I will walk Mr. Tappenden to the constable area. I don't want him to see harm.
Having aggressive flashbacks of my childhood with this kid.
You were
Chelsea?
taken off of the ship?
As Tappenden and Primrose leave, Seychelles, as he jumps up back onto his ladder, he goes, "Don't worry, Chef. It's going to be the best stew ever."
Oh, this fucking kid. Gonna make me sad.
He looks over at you and he goes, "Careful not to overboil the stock now."
That is correct. Okay, yeah. I'll do my best, buddy.
Okay.
What for?
As he finishes the last couple of potatoes, he starts to quarter them with his little knife that he had tucked away on his little apron.
Yep, and then I'll pull out my little knife that I have tucked under my armor, and I will help him. I'll show him how to curl his fingers so he doesn't slice his little tiny fingies off.
Not the fingies.
When Mask and Jericho, I guess, return back to the table, you've noticed some more people come in, and they're like, the new table's like impatient. They're like, "Where's Yelena? Yelena!" And you see the waitress come out like, I'm so sorry. I was quite busy." When you guys sit back at your table and she like takes care of the new customers, she comes by and she gives you 5 silvers back, Jericho, and she says, "I did not feel right taking all your money."
What's
I
it?
did not feel right taking all your money. You are all hearts of
Have
gold.
you run out of ale?
I have not.
Then you haven't taken all of my money.
Yeah.
There's more to give.
I don't think that there is enough ale in this place to make you feel drunk because you're fucking massive.
That sizest.
That
Yeah,
is a test we'll have to conduct.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
Would you both want ale?
I don't know who else is there, but
You and Mask.
Yeah.
Very
Yes.
well. She pulls back 2 silver and goes and gets 2 pitchers and puts them on the table.
no fuck, I was drinking out of the pitcher.
Oh, God.
Just starts lapping it like a cat.
It's about the right
with his little scratchy tongue. Mlem, lem, lem.
Primrose, the old man Tappenden goes right into the constable's office right off the dock district. He says, "I need to file a report. I have been caught in," it's a complete old voice, he's ragged. You were surprised the way he hobbled through the kitchen, that like the way he like moved with a purpose once you guys hit the street, like he was like trying to get there as quickly as possible. He's a little winded, but he gives a full report. He tells how he was duped, how he was supposedly sold a child from slavery, and was given a lie. He describes the coastal bark. He describes the white flag with a blue feather on top of it, and he describes a very gruff looking human. He describes that he was wearing like an orange tabard almost over his tunic, and the crew around him. He made it sound like it was very convincing that this was a refugee ship, and it was kids who could not pay their way, and they were from Dairy Cane a while back from the Nightmare. He did not know, and he then, remembers that you had tailed him and like looks over and sees you and says, she could collaborate the story. She apparently knows all about the slavering, and that I had apparently had purchased a child slave, and I did not mean to. And I'm completing. They're going to take this child back and reunite it with its mother, and I'm letting it go. And I did pay this child a fair wage and give it room and board, as befalling of the story that was told to me. And the constable was like. Everybody in the office is like wide-eyed, like, holy fuck, this is the
He's like,
story
bro,
for
it's
tonight.
Tuesday.
And he goes, all right, old man, take a breath. And he looks over at you, and goes, are you the daughter?
What? No, no relation. My name is
okay.
Primrose
They're all elves
Jofane.
in here, by the way.
I'm captain of the Traveler's Shadow, and I recount everything I know about the details of the Dairy Cane kidnappings. I make another copy of the Ledger of Kids, and I give it to them, not just for Tawnyard, the whole thing. And I say, these are the fencers' names and how many children that were purchased under them. Unfortunately, we did go to Mr. Tappenden first to see about what happened, and we did get information from the child themselves, little Satchel, that he confirmed that he's been treated well under Mr. Tappenden. I do genuinely believe him when he says that he did not mean to do this, but this is like, and I just recount all of the stories we've seen so far, like even the issue with like Ashford and whatnot, if they ask, like these are the experiences we've had with other fencers who have partaken in the trading of flesh.
And you hear the old man tapping, like, not swear, but definitely, like, he's like, in the name of Agrada, I did not know I was tricked into the trade of flesh and people. Like, I would never. It's barbaric, even.
Mm-hmm.
And the constable, like, waves a hand. He goes, Tappenden, I get it. I appreciate you coming forth. This is a very serious matter. He looks at the copy of this giant list you given him, and he zones right in on Tawnyard, and he goes, Westhead, Irwin, and Scowcroft. Huh. How much are you sure that these three were told the same bill of goods? Or maybe perhaps they knew it was slavery, though.
This is the first time we found someone who was duped. Normally, they do happen to know exactly what they are doing. And typically, they're smart enough to not keep the children with them personally. Normally, we have to find where they have sold these children to as fencers. Mr. Tappenden, it does lend credit to his story that he didn't know, because the child was with him, was well taken care of. But they're like, normally these fencers sell them elsewhere to get rid of any evidence.
Miss Jafane, do you work with the Inquisitors or any other constable office? Do you work for the Dairy Cane officials?
Dairy Cane officials? No. They had us. We were the ones to check out the reason for the nightmares in the first place. They entrusted us to stop them. We were working under their orders for that. Hence why we knew that the women and children were supposed to be sent away for safety purposes. And then when they didn't return, this happened.
In what official capacity are you operating here in the port city of Tawnyard?
I work as a privateer under the Masked Maiden.
Oh, good. That will save the paperwork. Well then, consider yourself deputized. Do you know of Westhead, Irwin, and Scowcraft?
I have heard word of them. I am only familiar with them as Westhead being someone who works close to the Hollow family. Unwin is a well-connected highborn who likes to go to the Golden Pony, and Scowcraft is apparently an arms dealer.
You are incredibly resourceful, Miss Jilfane. Well, to explain why I'm choosing to deputize you this evening is, unfortunately, we do have a case of Unwin and we do have a case on Skullcraft. As such, if any of our usual detectives come futuring around, they both will clamor right up. As for Westhead, that's a little bit new for us, and we don't like typically next to mess with the fishmongers. The Hallow family is a very powerful family of elves. So, if you could snoop a bit and confirm whether or not they have the children, they wittingly or unwittingly get back to us, and we will gladly carry out this justice on both Skullcraft and Unwin. And Westhead, we will deal with that as it comes.
Yes, sir. It would be an honor to work for you
Oh,
guys at this.
You did say you're a privateer. You will be paid.
Well, all the better, but for the most part, I would do this for free. I believe
Reasonable
this is right.
You see him lean back and he goes, Tapeted, it's the one day. Is it pig and stew? And you see the chef nod. Aye, it'd be pig and stew for all the evening workers. Well then, chef, I might advise you to run back before the rush. You see him start bowing. He's like, oh, thank you, thank the gods and goddesses, thank you so much. As he looks to you, grabs your hand, shakes you, and, and says, he says to you, I don't know what path that Sihane has put you on, but the goddess obviously has a plan for you. You are such a shining star. Keep on it. As he heads out the door and hobbles quickly back to the restaurant. What would you like to do, Primrose?
Well, I'll be sure if the constabulary has any more information for me. If yes, I'm happy to listen. If no, I still wanted to chat with Taffinen because I have some words for him. So.
He goes, I wouldn't be too direct with Unwin. You know, he's a highborn. He probably gets skiffed. Skullcraft, though, you could probably get his trust by perhaps purchasing something from his shop. But as I said, for Westhead, just careful when you snoop around there. The Hollow family is not one to be trifled with.
We've had the misfortune of dealing with more wealthy families, and yeah, it's pretty much all the same.
Aye, and you understand that they are quite a pain in the arse, if you do excuse my language.
Oh, I completely understand and agree.
Good luck, Deputy Jilfang.
Thank you, sir. We'll report back as soon as we have information. And then I book it to try and catch Tappington.
Guys moving at the speed of smell.
Because of the not that far district to the not that far distance between the constabularies at the docks and where his restaurant is at the docks, you do manage to catch him before the last 60 feet until the tavern door.
Hey, Mr. Tappington.
Yes.
Oh, please take a breather. I guarantee Satchel and Bergstrom have it in hand, but I wanted to talk with you very quickly before you go back.
Very well.
Sir, is there an actual orphanage here in Tawnyard?
No, I don't believe it's fully been building the orphanage here in Tawnyard.
Okay, well, once Satchel heads back to hopefully we can find his family, or at least bring him back to his home in Derrykeen. I understand that you'll probably be needing help, but there are often, especially with the war going on, there will be actual orphans here who need help. And instead of entrusting some shady ship, I would probably suggest that the next time, once there is an orphanage built, that maybe you consider offering internships. That way people like those in the orphanage can learn a skill while it also being above board, and you'll have some proper company in your place of business.
I would gladly do that. I would actually I would go right to the Church of Mistraline, the god of the outcast. Currently, they're the ones handling any of the orphans here in Tawnyard.
That's a wonderful idea. And I appreciate the information because I have a donation to send.
You'll find them in Church Street.
Okay, let me help you going in because you look a little out of breath.
Thank you
Ancient.
kindly. As you guys walk back into the bar, you see that it is starting to fill up, and Primrose, you see Jericho's got a whole pitcher in one paw, and he's just like killing it.
Oh, well, that's something you don't see every day.
Oh, thank you so much. Excuse me now, as he dips back into the kitchen. He comes into the kitchen, and Bridgestorm, why don't you how do you describe how you were working with the kid and preparing a meal that you did not prepare the menu for?
I guess I'd be asking a lot of questions like, wait, what exactly do you want to make? And kind of just like, I suppose, like cooking by the numbers, as it were. Like, oh, okay, this is what you're doing. Got it.
Yeah, the
Or
kid
like,
would point out, he's like, it's fennel, carrots, potatoes, and pork.
okay, I've made those things before. I think. I'm pretty sure I can't mess those up. So I would start on whatever takes priority and work my way through.
Yeah, probably just taste testing the stock and getting the fennel and carrots in there.
Yeah, like okay, yeah, like he obviously knows like what the hell he's doing, but I'm just making sure that it's like cooked all the way or not going to kill us. If that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense. And as like you're cutting off strips of the hog and like putting it into the stew and like waiting it for it to like come to a good color, as the orders start coming in, Seychelles points to like the stack of bowls, points to the one ladle that's different from the taste testing ladle that fills these bowls up perfectly as you start serving them out. This is about when Tappington comes back into the kitchen area, and you see Seychelles like perk up, like, Chef Tappington, you're not in chains. Oh, no. Oh, like the gods, no. No, Miss Julfane helped explain my story and everything. We're gonna be quite all right. As he comes over and like ruffles his head, he's like, I'm so sorry that you've toughed it out with me all this long. You should go back and find your parents. Don't forget what I taught you, though. But let's close out service and clear the pass. And he looks over to you, Storm, and he goes, you're welcome to rejoin your friends, or we could use the help.
Yeah, I'm in.
Oh, thank you. And he takes over taking care of the meat.
Meat.
Back in the bar, Primrose joins Jericho and Mask.
Well,
Hell yeah.
I was deputized. They really want these traders taken in. I was warned, though, at least as far as Westhead was concerned, because the Hollow family are apparently pretty well fucking off, and they spook easy. So if we get information on that, they want us to be pretty under the radar about that. I assume, and I look up, literally up at Jericho and say, you're not the sneaky type, so Commodore
No.
Mask, I assume that would land on you more so.
Yeah, you know.
I can-
Whatever happens.
Bueno.
How'd the cooking go, I guess?
It's good. It's good. This kid's got skill.
Yeah, you gotta do the cooking by the book.
You know
Yeah.
you can't be lazy.
You can't be lazy.
I am so tired of all of you.
Yeah,
I want you to know that.
yeah, boy.
I order an ale because it looks good.
She goes, kind of comes up and says, you want a mug or a pitcher?
Oh god, I can't handle it. Just a mug, please.
A picture of the mug.
goes and grabs a pitcher and fills up your mug.
How much is this?
Oh, she looks to you and then looks over to Jericho and goes,
It's
was
been paid for.
okay, and she keeps on moving.
Thank you. That's mighty kind.
He's a mighty nice man. I told you, he's good people.
Mm.
He's a mighty nice man.
Jericho, are
whatever
you like
he said.
nursing it, or are you like every few
No.
minutes like sipping it?
No.
Unhinges his jaw.
He's
No, it's not
housing it.
fast. It's not fast or slow. I'm just drink. Like I don't have anything else in front of me, so yeah, I wouldn't
Very well.
say nursing it. Like I don't know. It takes real me, maybe 15 minutes to drink a beer. So a pitcher, maybe
6 minutes.
maybe 20 minutes for the character.
Ah, very well. You'd probably be halfway done, or more.
From what I've heard, if we go after Scoutcraft, we can definitely earn his favor by buying something from his. Well, he's an arms dealer, so some kind of weapon, and then he'll loosen up around us enough to maybe have some information.
Offer us some kids.
Mm,
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
fit
that's
that
true.
roll
I.
fairly well.
Listen, I'm not saying
Yeah,
it's
that's
fun.
true,
It's just-
Jericho. You would be excellent to go after Scoutcraft.
Oh yeah, because they don't know that he's part of the crew yet.
Yeah, but he's
I
also
also-
a big fan of weapons. He's
Have many weapons on me.
yeah.
Oh yeah. You
So
do.
he's
I just, like,
knowledgeable. He can ask the
squeeze
right
his biceps
questions.
a little bit.
I thought you were in the
No.
kitchen.
No.
No, in my head he's squeezing his biceps. In my fan fiction,
Oh,
Okay.
man, they are getting after it.
Meow.
I didn't know you were a furry.
I am now.
Oh, go.
Anyway,
God.
No, we're stopping there. That's it.
okay.
You're a furry now.
All right. Well, whatever.
All right.
Yeah, he's the
so
worst.
you guys drink, eat a gold's worth. Even though at the end of the night the waitress tries to give you back a silver and 7 pennies, 7 copper pennies.
I
Good.
push her hand back. A tip.
Oh, thank you so much, sir. In the kitchen, Tappenden, as they start cleaning after the end of the dinner service, he thanks you, Britchstorm, and he says, please thank your crew, and please let Seychel gather up his belongings, and where would you like him to meet you all?
That's a good question. I can escort him to our ship when he's ready to go. I don't mind hanging around.
We will have to do some more reconnaissance as far as the other traders are concerned. If Seychel, if you feel more comfortable here, you can stay and we'll come get you before we leave.
Okay,
Okay.
If Mr. Tappenden, if that's all right by you.
that's completely okay with me, by me.
Okay. And I know this is a lot, Seychel, so thank you for being so strong about this.
Yeah, a lot of understanding.
I'm kind of just I'm excited to see my mom again.
Oh,
Mama?
We'll do what we can to get you back to her.
been there, buddy. You got this. All right. Well, I'm good and sad and angry. Let's go do something about it.
Yeah.
Huh.
I assume Scoutcraft won't be given the same good graces.
Oh, fuck no.
He's an arms dealer. I have a feeling he knew good and well what he was doing. Or buying.
Oh, yeah.
Let's not be hasty now.
Well, I'm relieved we found one person who didn't intentionally do it.
Let's not be hasty now.
God. So, they did recommend that we take the utmost care looking for West Heads. So, if we go after Scoutcraft, that would probably be the safe bet. And he seems like a scumbag, so, and we'll know
Oh
where
my,
he is,
yes.
the tackle and barrel. Jericho, you did say that you feel comfortable making a purchase. I hope that there is something you actually would do to improve with? Like you actually have something in mind?
Or
What do you say?
there's always more weapons.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. All right.
I don't know. I
Mercenaries.
think he's right. There's
I
always
mean, it's
more.
weapons. What do you? I don't know what you're worried about. All I have to go in there and do is ask him to buy weapons.
Yeah, if you can get him comfortable enough, and then hopefully find out where those kids went. He, according to the ledger, he sold 2 of them, or at least he bought 2 of them to sell. So if there are no children running around his store, which I can't imagine there would be, that would be heavily suspicious. But we have to find out where they've gone.
Maybe one of you should come with me.
Mm.
I'm told I'm not very subtle.
It is night.
I can't
because you
imagine.
guys finished up at the Purple Rope at the end of the dinner service, so it is like almost getting to late night.
In your expertise of, I don't know, underhanded dealings, would this time of night be fruitful to go looking for this man? I assume that if we go to the Tackle and Barrel, it's a daytime juncture, but I don't know.
Talking to me.
You and Mask, I assume you guys know more about weaponry than I would.
Nah.
Weapons, yes, but
Yeah.
our purchases are always legitimate, generally.
As a mercenary, you've never dealt with getting items from lesser known places?
No, not
We've
really.
never done this.
Not me personally, but most of the weapons I buy are readily available anywhere in the Empire, and if there's a nice weapon, I can take it off a corpse.
Ah, okay. Commodore, you normally do well with the Thieves Guild and such. Are you familiar with the ways of, arms dealers?
Not really. It's not really our forte.
Okay,
I mean, we
then
might be
maybe we
able to
should
surmise some information, but
go in the morning then.
This plan I like.
That's fine with me.
Well, Jericho, I need to find you a properly fitting place to sleep on the Traveler's Shadow anyway.
I can always sleep on the deck.
Okay, back to the ship then for the night.
There is a officer's quarters fitting and able to fit Jericho.
Oh, thank God. Alright. You can stay in this room.
Cool. I'm gonna hang my coat of arms up, Rob, on the door.
Facing outwards or on the inside?
On the outside.
Hell yeah. I don't have the art for that. I'll have to display it next game. I think you messaged me. I've got it. I just gotta add it to roll 20.
Say what?
Chicken butt.
Chicken butt! Damn it.
What's up fucking dying over here? What did you say? Fuck.
He said he didn't have the art for it on Roll20 yet.
Yeah, I gotta download it out of Discord and throw it on here. I'll get that. I'll get to that. So it is the 22nd. Morning sun comes up. Seagulls alight as the fishermen push out in the early morning to go get their catches.
Alright. Oh, to the tackle and barrel then?
To the tackle and barrel! Venturing back into the port city, into the shopping district, after some time, as most stores have already opened. 1 second. Oh, we go. He's just dying. So you get into the market district. Most shops have been open now for maybe an hour or two. As you come up onto one street, and you do see the sign for Tackle and Barrel, and it kind of looks like a hunting and fishing shop. As inside we go.
Yahoo!
We
This, mind you, this is like in the middle of town. You guys open the door in a little bell, ding ding ding. As you step inside, the vaulted ceilings of spacious elven shops that you guys are kind of used to. Like the rest of this port, where everything is still modest, so is the store. However, the one thing that sticks out to you is at the far end of the room, the window shows a very serenity-looking depiction of some forest somewhere. And you do know, walking into this building, that's not behind the building.
Hmm.
All matter of fishing traps, fishing tackle, expedition gear, outdoorsy gear, exploring gear is out on display. There looks to be like a dozen animal calls, different tents, hunting blinds. There's musket rifles. There's heavy crossbows. Everything you would need to do any kind of hunting, you can find it here. They even have like the antlers for antler calls. And as you guys have like stood there gathering all this in for quite some time, a wood elf comes out from behind a back room door, closes it, sets a crate down, and says, "Oh, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Black and Tackle. How can I help you all?" As he comes across the room and to greet you at the door.
greetings. Fuck! I forgot over here.
Is there anything I can help you find? You guys been getting ready for like a hunting trip or anything?
God damn it! I've lost it. Someone else needs to talk.
We were interested in if you had any weaponry. We
That's
have
the one.
some of our own, but we were looking to see if you had anything more exotic, perhaps.
Oh, sure. We've got everything. We got flintlock rifles, smoothbore. We've got pistols. I've got a new shipment of heavy crossbows in, the Elven made. Pretty sturdy. It'll hold up. I've got a sale running right now on bowstrings. Approaching end of summer, about to get into fall. The rains like to pick up and whatnot. What are we hunting though? What kind of weapon are we needing?
Hmm.
What kind of? I guess. What do you know about like more shady trade?
Oh, shady trade. What, like a fencing? There's no thieves markings on the outside of the store, buddy.
Not yours. I'm saying, who might you have competition with? That's not necessarily the most legal routes.
He looks between you all real quick. And he sees Richstorm and he sees Primrose, and he looks up to Jericho and he looks at you with the mask, and he's just like considers it for a moment. He goes, "Well, I mean, that's really kind of a loaded question. I mean, am I trying to get something or am I trying to give away something?
Get something.
Well, if you've already gone to the Thieves Guild and talked to the fencers there, and the two magic vendor shops here are any worthless, perhaps there's one other person you can talk to, but it's no guarantee. As you see, he goes behind one of the counters and like, holds out his arms and like starts drumming the table, and he goes, "Any other details you might care to share with me?"
We're not extremely familiar in the arms dealing trade per se.
No. Okay. Well, then let me ask you a question to see if I can help out. Who sent you to me?
Hmm.
We came to find you just because you are a merchant dealer.
Word of mouth gets around town fairly
Yeah,
quickly.
that's the one.
Yes. And who is the loudmouth that was too much of a coward to come here himself to refer you all to me?
Someone with not enough time on their hands.
It's like,
He closes up a book in front of him and he puts it on the shelf behind him, and he sends it all the way to the back with a nice thunk. He turns around and says, "Do you have a letter or a token from this somebody? A name, even?"
Why would I ask someone on the street that? I just
Well,
need a
somebody
new
on the
greatsword.
streets. Somebody on the street. A great sword. What? He looks from you to the masked captain, and it's like a great sword's not something you would find on the undertrade, on the black market.
Oh, I just here for the weapons.
Please, yes, rifles, hunting crossbows. But again, sir, you insinuate
Oh.
that I have some connections.
You have heavy crossbows.
no.
Yes, I do over here, sir. I have heavy crossbows. Elven wood, fresh strings, Salon strings. He goes over to the side where, like, there's like four of them upright, leaning up in their stanchions, butt rifle of the crossbow down. He says, "All these would fit you well. What are we hunting? Stag, boar, rock, otter?"
Well, any of those would do. By trade, my quarry is generally humanoids or whoever employs me to hunt whomever.
Oh, mercenary and bounty work. Well, this is a hunting store, but these will do the trick.
Have you anything enchanted, perhaps?
Unfortunately, I don't. I don't have a license for dealing in enchanted, but I do know the enchanter in town, and I can write you a letter of introduction. He could probably give you a good deal.
Is that common? I just came to buy a crossbow.
Hmm.
I
Everyone
mean,
must introduce each other through written word.
no. I'm saying there are two different wizards in town who can deal in enchanting. I know
You're a
of
wizard.
one of them.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
That's me catching up.
Oh, very fine, sir. But as I explained, the whole service here, hunting store, goods and surpluses to any expedition that you might want. We do sell our weapons. I do have a license to sell these. But if you're looking for an enchantment, improvements, even a dwarven rune, well, you probably go down to the blacksmiths. But if you're looking for a more hardcore enchantment, I would recommend the wizards. And like I said, I know one of the wizards. Enchantments don't come don't come cheap, and so if I'd written you a referral that you bought it here and I sent you there, I'm sure the wizard would love to give you a small discount.
Um, as I pick it up and like pretend to aim it anywhere, do you perhaps have a testing range somewhere I could shoot a few bolts? My line of work, I can't just depend on the word of any trader.
Certainly. He hands you 2 bolts. You notice that they are flat. He walks
Shoots you in
over
the face.
one of the back window panes of glass in the back of the shop, and he lifts up one of them as it hinges outward and open, and he motions to the giant tree through the window.
Okay.
Shoot the
Is
tree, you
there
dumb idiot.
anything out there? Anyone out there? What am I looking? I want to like do a quick
When you-
survey before I'm.
Oh, you might not have been back here. So when this shop is in the middle of the busy town. Like it has an alley that runs alongside of it, and there are buildings behind it. But when you walked in through the front door, you saw this giant archway of these windows panes, depicting a very peaceful forest scene, and it's definitely not behind the building.
Okay. I think I'm too stupid to understand what's happening here, but
Yes.
I look nod towards the tree. Just that. You want me to shoot the tree?
Aim through the window, hit the tree. It's perfectly safe. Trust me, it's not going anywhere. It's not going to hit anybody in the alley behind us. As you can see, you don't see the alley behind us.
I turn around like just my head and quick like give everyone the nod real quick while I do this, and then I aim up a shot and hit the tree.
As you fire the crossbow through the open glass plane, and it finds its mark on the tree, and it was a flattened bolt. It bounces off, and you
It's a
don't
giant.
hear like a bolt.
Sorry.
You don't hear like the bolt like twacking off a tree and then like an echo off a couple of nature sounds. You hear it go down what sounds like a completely stoned-in hallway, and then the bolt itself kind of like you hear it like collide with something solid, and like the wooden bolt fall quickly to like a stone surface. But what you're seeing is the bolt hit the tree and then just fell a couple inches. And like right now with your eyes, like seeing this serene forest scene, the bolt isn't on the ground. It's like stuck in the air. But now,
The hell
like
is this, wizard?
he shrugs. He goes, "Ah, I said I knew a wizard. It helps with the shop, you know. Nobody nice windows. I didn't expect him to build behind this thing, so I had the guy that I know. He put this in. Just so happens that it's a
I
practice.
need to see if I hit my mark. It doesn't help me very much if it just hangs there in midair.
It's not hanging there in midair. Hang on.
Just
Well,
flying
certainly
real
hit a
slow.
fucking tree.
As he taps like a brick part of the frame, it pops out and he twists it. The whole scene fades to black, and you see that it's just a stone hallway to like a flat paper target at the bottom, at the back side, in this like open little pane of glass, and you can see where your bolt hit, and you were not far off the mark, but it just kind of bounced off, and it's just resting now on the the floor of this little path.
Now leave it that way, and I load up the second bolt, and I'd like to get a better look around if there's anything around this hallway.
No, it is literally like this small little 2 foot by 2 foot
It's
tunnel.
just a shooting range, actual
Yeah,
hallway.
it's just an indoor shooting range.
Okay, then I just take the shot. I don't really give a fuck about it.
It flies all the way down the stone passage, finds its target to where it would be close if not center mass. Twacks with the side of it, falls down to the ground, and you see him like twist the frame back, push it back in as the enchantment lights back up, and when he pushes the glass pane back into place, you can't see your bolts anymore. He goes, "So, what'd you think?"
Fine weapon, but mine seems on par. I think I may seek out those wizard friends of yours. Tell me, you're the only one who runs this shop.
I am.
All by yourself. Must be
All
kind of
by-
lonely. It's a big place. Fairly nice. You shoot all these animals yourself.
Not all of them. A few of them were from expeditions of some that I chartered.
Hmm.
But I got out of the chartering and the going on long hunts and getting wet in nature and decided to set up shop here in Tawnyard. I was sold a bag of bill that said that this was going to be the next upcoming Cran port out here in the Olane. And, well, it's taken its sweet time.
Well, I'm sorry I can't help much on that front. And I handed back the crossbow.
You handled it mightily well. Like I said, special on bolts. I could throw in a case, maybe a nice hunting strap.
Things I already own. But I
Well,
appreciate it.
very well. He goes and puts it back on the counter. Goes and looks at you, the other three, and like, anything else I can help you all with?
No, you've been very helpful as it is, Mr. What was it? I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, Scoutcraft.
Scoutcraft. Well, thank you. You've been very, very kind to help us with our questions. I'm sure Mr. Bloodpaw will be more than happy to get the information on that wizard you said?
It was a wizard. If you are still looking for enchantments, I can send you his way. He pulls out a parchment, starts inking on it, and he writes down a quick little memo, and he says, yeah, you're going to be looking for bespoke design dreams, and you're going to be looking for the wizard Darwin.
Halloween. Write that down.
He is currently doing it.
Down to
Good.
win. Oh,
I know.
that's not how I thought it was pronounced.
That's why he wrote it.
Good. I'm glad he does that.
Yes.
All right, well, goodbye.
No, good.
I'm leaving
Have
now.
a good day. As you guys leave through the front of the shop, bell ringing. Again, for those that didn't understand what was going on with the enchantment in the shop, there is a whole other building on the back side of this building. No forest.
Neat. That must have been expensive. Wonder.
Guess that depends how good of friends he is with the wizard.
Yes. Well, once we get out of, once we're far enough away from that shop, I tell the guys, like, I didn't realize we needed paperwork to get into it, but maybe Guildmaster Fleck might be able to provide such of a recommendation so that it's not as suspicious that we get in Scoutcraft's good graces.
That's a good idea. Funkmaster Fleck can help us.
Well, yeah, he
Mhm.
wants to oust this guy just as much as we do. So does the constabulary, but that'll have to come after we get some more information. I don't really know how we would be able to find out where he sold these kids to. That's the problem.
The hunter guy sold the children, right?
Scoutcraft is the name on the list as the fencer. He bought the children, but we don't know what he's done with them since then. There were 2 children under his name, so.
Oh, I mean, there wasn't much to the shop, so at least that we can see.
Yes, well,
Yeah.
apparently there's much more to the shop that we don't have to understand, because if he's got enchantments on it, then guaranteed there's not just that one.
Yeah.
We can tail him. It has gone extremely well for us in the past.
Well, that's not my expertise, but yeah, if you think that would be faster than just getting some paperwork, then yeah, I really don't know how we'll be able to find these kids. Or maybe he has paperwork on his previous dealings, we could find proof of it in his shop. I don't know.
He might not keep it at his shop either.
That's true. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's a place that he also lives, so.
Well, we can, like I said, we can tail him, and then we might have a second location for him. So when he's at one place, we can go to the other place. Even though this place is enchanted up, so probably has some sort of security.
Almost guaranteed, yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
he's
it is
an
a shop.
he's known as an arms dealer. He's guaranteed got some protections.
Sack rickety.
So unless we wanted to find the black market ourselves and see if they would be willing to rat him out, I highly doubt it. They're probably in on it.
Well, he knows about some underground stuff.
Oh, guaranteed. He wasn't very good at hiding that, but
No, he wasn't. But like he, pending what we need, or how to talk to him about it.
yeah, I'm afraid I'm not much of a talker when it comes to these shitbags.
You
Good.
always do. You always do talkers trials. You know what I'm saying?
God,
Yeah.
well, we could always go after Unwin while we wait until it's closer to evening to start tailing Scoutcraft. I have a feeling that he's going to be in his shop. He said he was the only one working there. I can't imagine he would just leave it. Well,
Yeah,
he
no,
could be
I'm
making
into
money.
that.
All right. Well, then we can always try to find the golden pony. But if he's a party guy, that seems like a nighttime gig as well. And then the West Head guy, the Hollow family, are the rich people who are going to be ultra fucking secretive
Snooty.
and really
Of course
difficult
they are.
to find out about.
Well, yeah, that's a guarantee.
So those are the three that we have left. Well, how shall we attack this?
I say we save the rich for last.
Save West Head for last. All right.
Yeah.
Well, what we know about Unwin is that he's that highborn elf. He likes finery, he likes partying, and he'd be typically at the Golden Pony. And then Scoutcraft, we just had the unfortunate dealings with already, so. At least we know what he looks like now, so.
Well, we might. Or I don't know.
No, any ideas?
Where
better
else
than
does
nothing.
this other guy maybe go during like the day?
Which one? Unwin?
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know. He's some rich dumbass highborn, so maybe he would be well known around town if he's that much of a partier. We'd probably be able to find him if we ask at the Golden Pony. Maybe say that he owes us a drink and we're wondering when he'd show up next.
Yeah,
You can
but
always
that
go
might...
find out.
Also true.
I'm open to any ideas.
Well, I'm confused by the whole fucking list you have here, so...
What are you confused about? I'm more than happy to explain.
No, thank you.
Okay.
Lists confuse the cat.
Well, any opportunity I have to talk about the lists that I have, I'm more than happy.
Oh, she does love talking about the
Why do we
list.
not simply just kill them all?
Because the consulary wants more information, and we cannot kill them without completely cutting off our ability to find the kids that they have bought. So the goal is to help the kids, not just bring justice to the bad guys. Although I am more than happy to do that second part, but the first part's still real important. If it were just a killing game, that would already be done.
I don't know. Our
And
best
then
bet
I've
might
tried
just
nothing,
be-
and I'm all out of ideas.
I still think that this guy might be the best. Not the part. Well, maybe the party guy if he was drunk, but like, the arms dealer might just be our best bet into getting underground.
Yeah, you're not wrong. That sucks, but you're not wrong.
So we have
And
to
I-
get him to trust us, which I thought that you guys would be buying something so that he would ease up, but you went straight into, hey, do you know anything shady? Which, of course, he's going to.
I can
clam
always
up with
pretend
that.
to jump him, and you guys could save him.
Doesn't he know what you look like?
He just
Nope.
saw you.
Damn it! Forgot
Like I
about
said,
that part.
why don't we tail him? And if he goes somewhere, maybe he talks to someone about us asking.
Yeah,
Or
you did.
maybe-
You did jumble him a bit.
Or maybe he fucking takes us to his house or whatever.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna tail him. I'm pretty.
Noticeable.
Conspicuous.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
His
I'll be
tail's
around.
pretty big.
I'll tail him.
People who know things. Well, I can always pop back to the ship and ask Pella if he's done anything out in Tawnyard to see if he knows
Could help.
anybody. He has a tendency to make connections while he's got time off the ship.
True.
Our connections seem much more useful than just us racking our brains against it.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah. So go.
All right,
Go get him.
I head back to the ship.
As the rest of you stake out the block and the tackle and barrel. Back on the ship, down in cargo, or down in on a lower deck or two, you come across Pella as he's helping move some barrels around to get to fresh water and put the empty ones on the side.
Alright. I help them with whatever barrel they're doing, and I say, Pella, I need to borrow your brain for a bit.
That does not come out.
Okay, no.
Well,
okay.
I guess
Yeah.
it does.
No,
I saw it the one
Pella,
time,
no,
and it
please.
came out in mush, and it was because he was tossed around a lot. It looked like it hurt, but then he wasn't also living. You're not going to do that to me, right?
No, Pella, I just meant I need to ask you some questions.
Okay.
Ella, god damn it, focus.
My favorite goblin, please, chill. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here to...
You know other goblins?
Oh, boy. Okay.
Not
anyway,
live ones.
Pella, so I know you have a tendency to go out and about when we're at port. Have you gotten...
He starts to look guilty. Okay.
Nope, this is a good thing in this case. All right, you haven't done anything. No, you know what? Better I not ask. Anyway, so we have gotten some information about some of the people here who have done dealings with Blue, and I show him the ledger and I point out the names and I say, have you heard of either Westhead, Unwin, or Scoutcraft? We already dealt with the situation with Tappenden. He's been cleared.
Scoutcraft. That name sounds familiar, but the other two, no.
Nope, that's all I need. Just that one name, and I love that that's the one you focused on. So, have you had any information about any black market stuff here at the port?
Tawnyard Black Market? I thought you didn't want to ask me anything you didn't want to know.
Oh no. Oh no. He's sold his kidney.
Okay, so the Scoutcraft guy, he's a bad guy, and I need to find the two kids that he bought and where he brought them to bring them hopefully back to their families. And so I need information. I don't care how you got that information. Honestly, it's better I don't know, but I do need the information. I'm not gonna hurt you, Pella. You know this by now.
Well, I do know where to get some Baldo. Not that I partook in it, but, drugs are drugs.
Drugs are drugs. Quote it.
Yeah, that's a quote.
Okay.
Drugs is drugs.
All right. You know what? This is a good start. Who was your connection in?
Oh, my connection into the drug market? Pfft. Any good boxing promoter at any one of the fight pits.
Oh no.
Fight pits. Oh,
Oh,
I know a gnome who would have liked that. Well, it says here that he's an arms dealer, and we saw him at his legitimate business of the Tavern.
Palace snaps a finger and goes, Skullcraft! Yes! Forgive me, but yeah, he tried to buy a couple folks from us for a whole box of flintlock rifles. I mean, we took it and all, and then we sold the rifles, and then we made a profit. Blue got his money, and we had drinking money. I don't do it anymore, though. You know that, though.
You tell people
I know,
drink.
but it's really not
Booze
great when
money.
you start reminiscing about it as if it's a positive. Anyway,
Ma'am, it was the majority of my life. I've only been sailing now with y'all for a year and a half.
Yes.
I know, Bella, I know. Okay.
Be better.
You see him kind of thumb the wound, the scar in his hand where the captain drove the dagger through it.
You have been very helpful so far, and I appreciate that you have this knowledge. So, Scoutcraft mentioned needing a name for a connection so that he would know that we were legit. So that we could peruse
that's how
his
referrals
stuff.
work.
Yeah. And we didn't know that we needed a referral, and I'm worried we might have spooked him, so the sooner we seem legitimate to him, the better.
You need a referral to go to Scoutcraft and to get on his other side to confirm that he's bought slaves before.
Yep.
Have you not just tried spending money at his establishment?
I thought we were gonna do that, but Jericho didn't seem to have any interest in the items there. Which I thought was the whole point that we were there. I would have paid for it myself, but...
Well, then we should go to the fight pits off the dock district, talk to one of the guys who wrangles the fishmongers, and see if he can get us in. And then we can go back through and connect up to Skullcraft, saying that not only do we need some Baldo for some drug use, but we also need a crate of weapons that we can get past customs.
Aren't you worried
gonna
he'd
be pricey,
recognize
though.
you?
No. Sea goblins get recognized? We might be rare, but we're definitely not memorable.
Okay, well...
Besides, as he looks down at his duds, I'm not even rocking the same leathers.
Okay, I guess.
You saying all goblins look alike?
I am a little bit
Six.
worried about
Wow.
exposing ourselves to the fishmongers right now because one of the other guys that we're looking for gets spooked real easy and he's got more expensive connections. So
If it helps, I'll expose myself.
Are the
to the
fishmongers
fishmongers.
the only way, or is it...
No, we go to the fighting pits. We go to the fighting pits here at the docks, where they make some of the fishermen fight, or they do go into fights to us earn some money. We say we got a fighter, but we say that we're also looking for a little bit of a performance edge, as he, kind of rubs his nose. Get our hands on some Baldo, do whatever with it, and then at the same time we go, hey, we're also looking for a box of weapons. And then we get an inch to a Skullcraft. Like I said, doable. Expensive, but it's the one way.
How expensive we talking?
Oh, I don't know. You want a brick of Baldo, or do you want an 8-ball?
They have pool here.
Hello,
Good.
I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea what you're saying.
Ah, come on,
Well,
don't be shy.
And I'm an awful liar, so I'm a bit out of my league here with the underground
You've seen brick
stuff.
buildings, right, ma'am?
Yeah. Oh, it's a literal
Alright.
brick?
All right, brick. And he like does like a brick shape, like a whole brick of this substance, probably a good couple of gold. Or, and he makes like a little ball that's like 8 inches and whatnot. And he's like, or we get a ball of it, which is about half the price.
Hella, have you been doing drugs on our ship?
Oh, yes.
Do you want to ask questions?
Mm.
Do you want to know the answers to things you don't want to know?
Yeah, no, okay, you're probably right. Alright,
Did
so
the bag smell
obviously,
of
I
lime
don't
in any
want
way?
a whole brick of this, whatever it is. What's it called? Baldo?
Mm-hmm.
Baldo.
Baldo.
Where's Baldo?
You're gonna play Where's Baldo?
Oh, I don't like this.
I didn't want to be the one to say it.
It's me, low-hanging fruit.
Fighters and mercenaries use it.
My
It
balls
gives them a
after the
little
gym.
rush and gives them a burst of strength. However, the after effects are truly exhaustive.
Oh, shit. I'm pretty sure that's the stuff that a lot of the fighters that our Gray Bullet went against. They did that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty common.
Oh.
It's common if you're cool.
Uh,
I mean, that would be your gateway. You know, you guys aren't too much into it. It's not like we're gonna go get some atrium or we're gonna get some orc effenin.
He knows all the drugs. I love Pella.
Pella, in the interest of me not learning things I don't think I should, I'm not going to ask you what all that is or why you know the words. Do you mind coming with me so that we can meet up and you can fill in the guys?
Okay.
Thanks, Pella.
Pella comes along. So for the amount of time that she was gone, he's had a customer left with like a quiver of arrows. Had another customer left with a duck's call. But he's been staying in the shop. Primrose comes walking up the street. You all kind of like leave your little perches of where you guys used to split off and watch the shop as Pella is joined by, or Primrose is joined by Pella.
So, Pella has the idea and an inn with getting to see the more nefarious areas of Tawnyard. Pella, can you please give them the rundown?
We go to the fighting pits. The fighting pits right off the docks. We say we got a fighter. We say we want to get him entered, but we're still doing the beach division. But we want to make sure that he gets in quick, so we need a little help as he then, touches his nose. And we'll get pointed in the direction of a dealer. We'll buy a thing of Balto, either a big 8-ball or a big brick. Depends how much you want to spend. I say do the brick. That's how they know you're serious.
I say brick 'em.
And then once we've got that, we ask for a connection to an arms dealer saying, hey, we need a box of weapons to get through customs. We don't want to pay the tax stamp. And then we get it over to this guy, I assume, as he snaps and points over to where the barrel and tackle is. And then once we have it in with that guy, you buy the crate of weapons. And now you have it in with him, work in relationship with them, ask him follow-on questions, ask him for further on business, move on to the next business that you're trying to get to.
How much is a
That's
brick?
my idea.
Oh my god.
He didn't say
That
how
was
much,
quick.
he just said it was a lot.
We don't ask how, we ask how much.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I would say is don't bring gold, bring gems.
Well, how many gems do you guys have? I have one.
Lit or unlit?
Fucking 0.
Those
Those
only work for the
not
web.
Spheres.
Yeah, those
Oh.
don't work with these guys.
You're talking gems.
Gems.
Not
Truly
spheres.
outrageous.
Ruby
God.
for bigger.
I have a ruby worth 200 gold, and I have
Weren't we looking for
3.
kids and now we're drug dealing? What is happening?
We need an in with the bad guys so we can find the kids that need saving.
So we're gonna sling the rocks?
I don't. I don't
We can come
want
back later.
to.
I left this captaincy like 2 days ago.
Yeah, welcome to the club, bud.
Oh, I'm here for it.
I have a ruby worth 200 gold and 3 gems worth 50 gold that I don't know what are.
Yeah, I was just given the gem from Guildmaster Fleck, so I immediately give that over to Commodore.
When you get the Pella looks at the 2 big gems, he goes, "This would probably be enough."
Oh, thank God. Well, we have our inn. Yeah, I did my part. Now you guys
All
have
right,
to be
to
convincing
the
because
fighting pits.
I'm not a liar. I just gotta keep my mouth shut.
It's easy, just don't tell the truth.
Just don't. I'm not gonna talk. Good luck. We can follow Pella to the fighting pit.
Justin, how many gems and what cost?
I have 1 ruby at 200 gold. I now have the 1 gem that Prim gave me, which I don't know what it is or how much it's worth.
250 gold.
Yeah.
What gem? What?
Hers is a ruby.
What star signs are you looking at?
But you said you had like 3 at like a
And I
50?
have 3. I just has gem. I have 3 gems that are worth 50 gold apiece.
Roll me 3 d12s.
Six, 7, 6. Look at me.
Jasper, Moonstone, Jasper.
You said a moonstone?
Yep, Jasper, a Moonstone, and another Jasper.
Does that determine the quality of the brick?
I'm bricked
Oh, Jesus.
now. So we have 600 gold in gems.
Nice.
First of all,
Yeah, that'll be plenty. You still want to get a brick?
Oh, we're bricked up.
You said that we
Brick
need to
up,
look
nah.
serious.
That's the
Oh,
way to
me,
do it.
me drugs.
Let's go to the fighting pits. This would be perfect. I won't even be started. We're actually look legit. Now remember, one of you has to be the prize fighter that we're trying to get introduced. We're going up through the beach division ranks, but we need a little assistance to make sure we have a victory. Do you get it?
we need a
Well,
prize fighter, huh?
Jericho looks like a
As I
prize
look at the
fighter.
new guy.
Huh.
The big fucking new guy fighter, man.
We just all look up at the same time.
All right, guys, I'll do it. I get it.
Yep, that's Birch.
He volunteered.
Hey,
You heard
Birch
him.
was
No,
the
no.
only one who's beat the Grey
He
Bullet.
spends all day in a kitchen on a boat, which means he's about as tough as a coffin nail.
That's me. I'm a cough.
Hmm.
No, I think we should let what's his nuts stretch his legs, as it were.
Yeah.
I don't need to.
Strut your
We can just
stuff.
put both. We can put both of you in.
No, thank you.
I don't want to buy 2 bricks.
At the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
Little
no, thank
brick?
you.
I thought that was a code word or
Yeah,
something.
doubles our chances of moving up.
The fuck?
I'm gonna stash my armor and stuff on the boat then.
All right.
What
What
fighter-
quick side stop? I'm sorry?
I was just saying, what fighter wears? Like, I'm assuming this is like bare knuckle fighter, not like weapon fighting.
Correct. This is like full on
Fight Club.
Greco-Roman, take him to the ground.
Okay, well, I don't know about all that, but
Just hits him once the guy's head goes into the ground. I've done
He's sleeping.
it. This guy all tuckered out.
I
So
overfed
eat
this
me.
man.
guys, I could roll poorly, and this could go absolutely sideways.
Well,
Well,
I
this
said
is
we could
why
put
you
2
need-
people in.
You need the brick.
You're bricked.
Big old book of
Ouch.
drug.
Just follow Pella's lead.
After stopping, pit stop by the ship, drop some stuff off, and then following back out, you guys head down to the side of the warehouse district that's on the back side, and you see kind of like a warehouse that has a door at the end. Pella comes up to it and knocks on it. The door kind of the thing slides open. You see somebody like look out, look at you, Munch, look down to see that there's like a space between you and the door, and sees Pella at the ground. So the guy goes midway and opens up another slot and goes, "Yeah, what?" And Pella goes, "Fighter introductions. Looking for the guy who runs the place." Lucky is it? Oh, one bit. The door, all the sliders go shut. The door opens and a dwarf with like a few strains of silver starting to streak through his beard steps out, looks around, and looks at you all and goes, "Huh. Welcome to Tawnyard. Come on in." He's down about below. What are y'all about for?
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I say, what are you all in for about to?
It's fine.
I look at Pella
Oh,
like, go.
Pella holds up a hand, goes, "The big guy. He's got to go into a fight on the beach." We're going to win the bad one. Mm-hmm. As you guys go down the steps and like the roof gets like real narrow, so everybody who's like taller than like 6 feet, you're like going down steps and like turning your head to make sure your like head's not like rubbing up against the ceiling. As this leads all the way down underneath this warehouse, and you come out to where it looks like an underground fighting pit. It's like a very wide, spacious bar, very durable furniture, the typical sand pit that you're used to where all the fighting takes place. There's somebody polishing glasses, there's somebody reloading the kegs, and then there's another elf sitting in the corner with a merchant scale and working on his ledger as the dwarf brings you all towards that elf's direction.
I have a question about the last NPC interaction.
What the hell? Oh my god!
Yeah.
The Pella and you all are in tow of the dwarf. The dwarf like walks up in front of the table, and looking across the table level and looking at the elf. The elf like looks up from his spectacles, sees the dwarf, and says, the elf goes, "Well, Barnyard, who did you brought me?" "You see, sir, fire." "All right, get back on the door." "Sir, there you go, gentlemen. A good day." As the dwarf waves you all and walks past you and heads back up the stairs and man the door, you see the elf take apart his eyeglasses, put them back together underneath his chin, kind of lean back and goes, "Welcome to Tawnyard.
What the hell was that?
You have to please excuse him. He is a veteran of some dwarven civil war, and
Thank you for your
he
service.
Yeah, I have immediately
May or may not have may or may
have.
not have taken a hit as he motions to his neck and got an infection and infirmed. And after he infirmed, decided to leave, and he found my employ. Now he's my bouncer. I wouldn't get on his bad side, because when he starts roughing you up, it's even worse to even understand him." But as I understand, Barnyard, seems we have a new fighter. Would it be too much to presume it's the tall, white, and handsome?
But can't call him, man. That's the one. He's gonna be your new fighter.
Oh, no, I already have a fighter. Who here's his manager? Pella puts an arm on Birchstorm and says, "This guy right here. He's got a good eye for talent. The
Surely
one in the
nothing
mask
can
is
go-
just the financier."
That's right. I hold up my thumb. Yeah. Cats have thumbs?
Though you
Yes.
do.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Yeah. I hold up my tongue.
Pella kind of like loops back around behind you, Bridgestorm, and kind of like gives you a shoulder forward. And then like Pella looks up at you, Primrose, like, we're doing good.
Can't say anything.
Well, so obviously you must know that you have to go up through the beach division. But how can I help you? As he looks at you.
Me.
Looks at Bridgestorm, unless you
Oh.
want to speak up too.
If he doesn't, he's dead.
Yeah. He's a big man.
I can see that. How can I help you, though? This
He
isn't
wants
the beach
to
division, and you
fight.
won't be able to get a fight here.
You say, I'm sorry. It sounded like you said I wouldn't be able to get a fight here.
I've never seen any of you in this port before, so obviously you'll have to rise up through the beach division until you can get a fight here.
Yeah,
So
that makes
how can
sense.
I help with that?
I guess, I don't know, maybe set him up with just the gnarliest fighter you can starting.
Excuse me.
Yeah. You love this. No, this is good.
Mm.
Pella speaks up. We need assurances we can get through the beach division.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for, assurances. And then I touch Pella's nose.
The elf chuckles. Right. How long has he? He looks over at you, Jericho, and he goes, "Have you ever fought on the stuff?"
On stand?
Oh my god. No, he
You see
hasn't.
the-
He's
do you
not
see
the
the
smartest.
You see the elf kind of like motion to his nose and goes, "Oh," and looks at you, Bridgestorm, and goes, "Got you. First time user. Well, I mean, anything's going to be a kick in the chest, and it's going to feel like quite the ride. I'm told. All right. Well, how much would you want? Brick, ball, bag, pipe."
None for me, thanks.
Brick ball.
You haven't really explained to him how it's going to work, have you?
No.
We like surprises here. Oh, maybe not him.
I cough and I say brick.
No, I said brick.
Oh, sorry, I didn't
hear
even hear
you.
that.
Didn't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was like, a brick. Maybe you
It's a
couldn't hear
brick.
him over
Ow.
my dumb fighter friend.
That's me, baby.
Very well. Brick of Baldo's gonna probably set you back 400 gold. How many would you like to pay?
In gold. And I
Gems.
just...
We have gems, and I gesture.
Oh yeah, sorry,
to...
gems, yes.
Oh my god, no one listens. I gesture
it's
to
just-
Captain Basque.
We're so used to winging it. It's weird to have
We
like a
came
thought
into
out
the
plan.
plan.
Plan these
I
balls.
give him the 250 gold ruby, and then I give him the 3 50 gold gems.
He pulls out a jeweler's eyeglass, examines them all, weighs them all. Once he's satisfied, he scoops them off the table into one of his purses below. He ties it up, and he goes. He leans over, and who here speaks Elvish?
I can understand it vaguely, yeah.
Don't you an elf?
I've chosen it. I've chosen a useless language,
I
so
grew
not
up
me.
around humans, so what I've learned is from sailors.
Oh yes.
A great place to learn.
He's got a point, you know.
Tell me you saw that.
Yeah.
Cool. The bartender
Stuff
gives
high,
a
but
nod,
Also on
puts-
slates.
puts the last glass up, walks around behind the walks behind the bar. You hear what sounds like paper being ripped, something getting folded up, something moving violently, metal and metal shearing, And next thing you know, he comes back up, and and the dwarf in front of you, the elf in front of you, takes his spectacles back apart, puts them back together, puts them on his nose, looks up at you, and goes, "See my bartender on your way out, and when he's ready, I'll see you all then."
Sounds good. Thanks, Fred.
As you guys swing by the bartender, without looking, pushes a paper-wrapped brick-sized package to the edge of the bar.
Perfect. He's given us a paper.
Does
And
anyone have a
bricks.
bag of holding with them, or
No.
I have a bag.
regular bag will do as long as it doesn't get crushed or anything.
Crush my bag.
Congratulations, as you put this into your inventory, you have a kilogram's worth
Oh,
Baldo powder.
Not ball powder.
You could just put 2 pounds. As you guys start leaving this fighting establishment, heading back up the stairs, the dwarf who was sitting there by the door, kind of looked like he's snoozing off, sees you all coming up the stairs and goes, "Enjoy out in the world." As he opens the door and he kind of sits there in his little stool, hogging up half the hallway and the staircase out, making you all have to turn sideways to get out, making it even more awkward for those that are taller than 6 feet.
oh well.
Damn it.
Thank you, Barnyard.
Welcome, miss. And when the last person leaves, he reaches out and closes the door.
Like,
And you hear Pella just give out an exasperating sigh, like, "Whew, we need to work on your guys' stage directions and lines."
all right. Well, shut up.
I lean down
Got him.
closer, and I'm like, "So that was our intro. When do we ask about arms stuff?"
Well, big guy's got a fight this evening, and then we go back tomorrow.
Okay, I look way up at Jericho. You ready to fight?
Do I have to do drugs?
No.
Then yes.
Great. Well, let's prep you for your
All right.
fight.
Evening
I am.
comes. As the day starts to grow old and the evening comes, you guys head out onto the beach, by the ring posts that are out there. And sure enough, as more other people come, there are a couple eager fighters, as they all kind of eye up at Jericho like, "Fuck, who's this new guy?" The lots are drawn. Jericho gets paired with person he's going to have to square off with. Some small amounting betting is starting to go underway versus it'll be Jericho, the big white fluffy Leonin, versus a particularly scrawny wood elf in the first round. As bets start getting laid,
Or
rules for the pit fighting are taken down. Anybody want to put some bets in?
I have a quick question about the rules. Am I allowed to use my claws?
You will be giving me 3 distinctive rolls, not actually doing a combat roll against anybody.
Okay.
But yeah, you're allowed to use your claws.
That seems
Okay.
deadly. How much are people normally like throwing in? Like, what's the average?
The biggest amount you've seen is 10 silver. And it's because he put a parlay on that the Leonin is going to win, and the Furbog is going to win on the other fight.
He's gonna win by neck snap. That's the parlay.
Okay, I'll throw down 10 silver on this for Jericho to win.
We don't even know if this guy can fight. He could be big for nothing.
Yeah, well, 10 silver's not that big a deal.
To you?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
400 gold on the white tank.
Yep.
No.
We
All right.
have to look serious. I don't know what to tell you.
10 silver in, or did you say 5 or 10?
10 on.
10 silver in, and you're handed your little chit, if that is it. All right, Jericho, I need a strength check, a dexterity check, and a roll of your largest hit die.
What happens if I use Daunting Roar right at the beginning of the fight?
What's Daunting Roar do?
Fears him if
Makes
he
the
doesn't
enemy
pass.
shit himself.
Basically.
Yeah, Rob, can we make him shit himself before we start?
What's your DC?
If we're going, what do we?
8
What are we
plus
going with here?
proficiency plus con.
8, 11, 16.
Yeah, all right. I will change the DCs and give me those 3 checks.
It was strength, you said?
Uh,
Strength, dex, hit dice, right?
it is athletics, acrobatics, and then your largest hit dice.
Well, it's a D10, so do you just want me to?
Okay, and then what is your con mod?
5.
All right, so 8 plus 5, 12. What's up with the 4 and the 3?
They add what's the fucking thing?
Oh, you have guidance?
Guidance.
No, it's not. Oh, why is it guidance? Why is guidance on? No. Sorry. I don't know. That comes as the default global skill modifier, which I use for like other stuff if I want to put it on, and it just comes pre-checked and I didn't uncheck it.
Wait, was guidance
Fair enough.
allowed?
Huh?
Like,
No.
yeah, okay. I was like, I'm pretty sure you're not.
That's a
supposed to
very
do that.
noticeable thing and
Yeah.
very
By the way,
easy to be
8
like,
plus
oh,
5 is
you're
13.
cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah, 23, a 15, and a 12.
At 13.
Yeah, as with the roar, the guy is immediately scared shitless. You're able to cross the pit, immediately put Paul's on, fucking,
I don't
however you
crowd
want to
fight.
dispatch them. Yeah. Take it from
It's
here.
just
Again.
straight boxing.
Oh, okay.
The man just gets boxed.
The man is boxed and
Straight to
gladly
the.
steps out, rings out, as you were clearly the better fighter in this ring. You see a couple of people hate it that they just lost their wagers. They start paying up because of how much the VIN was. And then when they come around to collect prims, they look at her ticket, go, oh, hand her back her 10 silver and give her 20 more.
Hey. That's pretty good.
How many times do I have to do this, Captain? Not you.
Oh, good. The other one.
The other one.
Well,
I'm afraid I might start to like it after a few times.
Perfect.
lucky for you, there's a whole there's fighting pits on almost every port. So if you do enjoy
I will
it,
crush
feel
them.
free.
I will crush them.
Hell yeah.
Pella kind of comes in between you two and goes, I should go one more bout tonight, and that should secure our validity. That way we can go back and ask for more.
You up for that, Jericho?
Ask for weapons.
After the fight, I pull out a pipe and I smoke it.
I give a sideways glance to Pella, like, yeah. Please be careful with whatever the hell you're doing when we make port.
Always. Hey, Richtorm, what'd you do with that stuff?
It's right here. I pat my back.
Why do you ask, Pella?
You want to take like a handful and like throw it in Pella's face, just like just a
Pocket
little
sand.
taste. Yeah, it's just
Whoa!
Crash.
it's pocket crack. The more lethal version.
well, Blood Paul, you want to put something with a kick in that pipe?
No. What
Pella.
the fuck?
I will fucking crush all of you.
By all of you, I mean goblins.
Yeah.
I believe it. Just checking. But one more fight, and we should be good.
You're
All
doing
right, there you
great.
go.
Yep.
Good job, buddy.
One more fight.
You did it.
The two fighters that lost leave. During these bouts, additional folks have come out of the woodwork, and there's enough to put more lots in the hat, and for everybody to pull new lots. Roll me a d6 there, Jericho.
Alright.
You get paired up against the Arakoa. The Arakoa has no feathers from head to neck, and the rest of its feathers are all ratty and tattered. And he has big, powerful thunder thighs. As you guys go into
Is this Plato's man?
as you
Sorry, that's a really nerdy joke.
you guys get ready. The betting comes around again. Does anybody want to put a wager?
Another 10.
No, thank you.
All right, 10 silver on Bloodpaw. All right, when you're ready, Jericho, athletics, acrobats, and a hit dice.
Athletics. Athletics. Dice.
Oh my god. This poor chicken.
It's what's for dinner.
Chimkin.
The cat wants to eat the chimkin.
Unbeknownst to Jericho, but to the rest of us, my eyes dilate just like Matt's do when he sees birds. Mm.
Locked and
Hell
loaded.
yeah.
Unlike the other fight, they hit the conch shell with its nice little like, "Daw," and the fight begins. You see this other Arakoa try to stay ahead of Jericho, and almost succeeds until Jericho comes within arm's reach, and the first bop is just like, bah! And like it, starts getting more nimbly and like trying to sidestep it, and like at the the next two kind of like it leans back and Jericho whiffs air, but then like he gets in closer just as the Arakoa tries to like sidestep from ringing himself out, and Jericho lands another punch, and it's like, "Ah!" And then again like dodge, sidesteps to avoid ring out, lands a punch. This goes on actually for a decent long while. The bird does get its couple of hits back in on Jericho, but to not the same level of like thud hits that Jericho can produce on Arakoa bones. Until like a minute and 15 in, the bird trips. Jericho immediately gets all the advantage and like rolls over him, slams him down to the ground, throws in a knee. The bird fucking throws out a wing and like tries to like tap outside the ring, and they call the match in Jericho's favor.
Let's go. Oh, during the fight, I am going to cut like a quarter of that brick off and like dilute it into like one of my water skins.
What the fuck?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Very well.
That's all. That's all. Don't mind me.
Oh, is that all?
Just playing with drugs.
I'm just
Los
Just doing-
drogas.
doing
Wow.
Bergstrom activities. You know how it is.
Mm,
This is a special tool that will help us later.
Is he again?
The losers give up their wagers, and then the winners start getting doled out. This time around, Primrose, you are handed your 10 silver back and 18 silver.
thank you kindly.
Of course, congratulations. At the end of the night, Jericho, you are handed 100 gold.
I'm sorry. Did you say 100 gold?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
Jericho
my god.
is handed 100 gold, and congratulations on his first night going 2-0, and they ask for his name.
I give him my first name only.
Jericho, pretty fearsome. Can't wait to see you on the next pit fighting night. Have a good one.
Nice. Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
Jericho,
It
I
didn't
hand
seem
you
all that hard.
10
Yeah, that's.
good berries. That's 40 health, just in case you lost anything.
I don't think he did.
I
I don't think he
appreciate
did
the concern.
He more so wasted his time, which is even more terrifying.
So, did you actually like it?
You know.
Yes. I don't normally fight without weapons, but this is enjoyable.
Yeah, you certainly, you made it seem fun from out here.
Yeah, you gave him the
Mhm.
beans.
Maybe you will participate in the next one then.
I don't want to eat my own teeth.
Eat Chiefus.
Then be sure to hit them first.
Okay, thank you for the advice, Jericho.
He'll train you.
You are welcome.
I'm gonna watch.
All right. Well, now that you've given your name and you actually went 2-0, News is definitely going to get back to that elf back down there. So we show up the next day. We thank him for the help, even though he didn't take any. It's fine. And when we thank him for the help, that's when we ask him, we're also in the market for, I don't know, a box of firearms or a box of explosives. And we just want to make sure that we get out from underneath the taxes. He knows we're good for it because we just bought a list of drugs. Then we get the in on Skullcraft. You following me?
Oh, Pele, you brilliant little criminal.
Hell yeah!
Merry
First time I've embraced your life of crim.
No, oh God.
I'll tell you this, Captain. As he starts fingering the scar on the back of his hand from your dagger that plunged through it, it's a slippery slope.
Hmm.
There's a difference between betting on fighting and enslaving children, Pella.
Okay, maybe don't get so loud.
The slope is very slippery.
I'm just saying, your chef has a whole brick of party.
He sure does.
Speaking of, Birch, what are you gonna do with that?
Nothing.
I have many ideas.
Are you going to dispose of it?
Yes.
That's technically not a lie.
Okay. Less
If
I
I-
know, the better.
That's not true.
Ah!
I have ideas.
You've been slipping iced tea into people's drinks. You don't need
He's been
drugs.
slippering his slopes.
Dude, I'm slippering the slopes.
It's a slippery slope. Alright, I have to do math. Not meth, math. Where the fuck are my fucking... Where's my numbers?
Oh,
Here it is.
great night, everybody.
Yeah.
fun.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, ye?
Blood
Big
pot.
games.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
it's your
his-
last name.
That's his name.
Yeah.
He's very scary, you
That
know.
me.
Very
That was not the intention.
I'm loving it.
So close to the leveling.
You guys always surprise me.
Good.
That's not always good.
Wait till next time
We surprise
Ooh.
ourselves. We have no idea what the fuck we're doing.
when we take over
Nope.
the town and then we
Top
don't do
fellow
anything
will
with it.
remind you of the plan.
Thank you. GG, you guys. That was fun.
GG's.
Yeah. I'll see you in the other Discord.
I'll see you all.
Bye.
Adios, comrade.
I'm so sad it's over for the night. We were on a roll. Thank God for Pella. Which in turn means thank God for Rob. Because sometimes we need some leadership. We need to know where to go. But aside from that, we have an in. We're gonna get him. God, oh man. I'm glad I didn't fucking attack that old man, because I was considering it. I choose to believe that he was actually duped. So but I'm keeping an eye on him, you know. All right. So more dealing with, oh god, arms dealers in the black market of Tawnyard. In game. In game. More of this. Actually, I'm not sure. Rob, are we meeting next week on Wednesday or Thursday? Because normally it would have been Wednesday today, but we scooched it. Oh, is it also Thursday? Because this week was supposed to be Wednesday? Wednesday. Okay, so next week is Wednesday. Yeah, I'll show up no matter where it is, but like you gotta tell us so that we know when to make room. We can keep up I don't know. Whenever you guys are ready. So I will inform you guys next week. We will be playing either Wednesday or Thursday at 6:30 p.m. EST. Yeah, it depends on when our Artificer is back. That is a very good point. So hopefully we'll figure it out. We'll iron it all out. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to message Scout Trooper V. That is our DM, Rob. He is God in this game. Had to do Thursday again this week. Had to take. Oh hell yeah! I was wondering why you swapped it. Hell yeah! I hope you enjoyed the game. The game you watched, and this game as well. 2 games. We will find out more information about the black market as well as when our friends are available. Hopefully we won't miss a week because I live for D&D. All right. Good night, everybody. Bye.